When you think about it, the story of humanity is really the story of movement. It's about how we went from just walking around to, well, walking on another world. So today, let's dive into that epic journey of how we mastered land, sea, and air, one incredible invention at a time.
For this explainer, we're pulling from an amazing source, the visual encyclopedia Cars, Trains, Ships, and Planes. It's a fantastic book from DK and the Smithsonian, and it is just packed with the machines that literally changed our world.
The author, Clive Gifford, really says it best. His quote here reminds us that this whole story, it isn't just about engines and steel. It's about a deep, fundamental human fascination with going farther, faster. A passion that has really fueled centuries of innovation.
Okay, so our story has to begin where humanity's did, on solid ground. This is where we first figured out how to harness power that went way beyond our own 2 feet, and believe me, the results were absolutely world-changing.
Get this. It is almost impossible to believe, but the very first self-propelled vehicle, built way back in 1769, was a steam-powered cart that just chugged along at 2.5 miles per hour. I mean, that's slower than most people walk.
But what's really wild is how quickly things took off from there. Just look at the timeline. It took 125 years to get from that first slow-moving cart to the first real production motorcycle. But then, it took less than 90 years to go from the assembly line of the Model T to a car that could literally break the sound barrier. The pace just keeps accelerating.
And to really put that incredible leap into perspective, just look at this comparison. For the ancient world, the absolute peak of speed was a Roman chariot, maybe 30 miles per hour, which was super fast. But now, compare that to the thrust SSC, clocking in at over 760 miles per hour. It's just a mind-boggling difference.
And here she is, the thrust SSC. I mean, you can't even really call this a car, right? It's a testament to human ingenuity. It's powered by 2 jet engines. It's an absolute marvel of engineering that just completely shattered what anyone thought was possible on land.
Of course, that relentless drive to push the boundaries, it wasn't just limited to solid ground. For thousands of years, we also stared out at the oceans and took on that immense challenge.
For most of human history, crossing the water meant one thing. You were completely at the mercy of the wind. The entire age of sail, which saw explorers like Columbus cross the vast, empty Atlantic, was powered by nothing more than canvas and air. Every single journey was a totally unpredictable adventure.
The real game changer was steam, no doubt about it. In 1819, when the SS Savannah crossed the Atlantic, that was the turning point. For the very first time, ships could create their own power. They were free from the whims of the wind, and that made travel predictable, reliable, and a whole lot faster.
And that journey of innovation, well, it never stopped. We didn't just master the surface of the waves. We decided to go under them. High-tech submersibles, like this one, the Nautil, can now dive into the crushing darkness of the deep sea, opening up a whole new world that we're only just beginning to understand.
All right, so we've gone from the depths of the ocean to the dream that captivated humanity for centuries, taking to the skies. And once we finally figured out how to fly, our progress was faster than anything that had come before.
So let's ask that question, that fundamental question that puzzled inventors and dreamers for millennia. After all that time spent looking up at the birds, looking up at the sky, what was the breakthrough that finally got us airborne?
The answer might actually surprise you. It wasn't some powerful engine or sleek engineered wings. Nope. The very first time humans ever flew was in this, a hot air balloon. The Montgolfier brothers built it in 1783, and for 25 glorious minutes, they just floated over Paris, proving to the world that the sky was finally within our reach.
And once that barrier was broken, oh man, the pace of innovation was just breathtaking. Look at this. It took 120 years to get from that first balloon to the Wright brothers' first powered flight. But then, in just 58 years, we went from their 12-second hop to Yuri Gagarin orbiting the entire Earth. And just 8 years after that, we were walking on the moon. It's unbelievable.
108. That's it. That's how many minutes the Russian cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin spent orbiting our planet back in 1961. In just an hour and a half, he completely changed humanity's destiny, proving that we were no longer bound to this world.
So we've seen this incredible acceleration, right, from walking speed to orbital speed. But you got to ask, what's the real impact of all this? Of these faster cars and bigger ships and higher flying planes? Why does this journey truly matter?
Well, as the book's foreword puts it so well, this journey has done nothing less than completely reshape human civilization. It's the reason we could explore every corner of our world. It's how we connect our global economies, share ideas, share goods. It has changed where we live, what we eat, and even how we see our own place in the universe.
This whole incredible history brings us right here, to today. We've built machines that can outrun sound and spacecraft that are literally leaving our solar system. Which leaves us with one final, fascinating question to think about. What's the next destination on this great human journey?